There was a time when darkness meant rest. When night wrapped itself around the world like a soft blanket, and the only light that reached us came from the moon, the stars, or a fire we built with our own hands. Now, darkness has become a rumor. Every room, every pocket, every thought seems to glow. We have replaced the night with a billion tiny suns, screens that never sleep, windows that never close. The light touches everything, but it doesn't always warm. It hums, it flickers, it waits for us to look. And we do. We always look. Maybe that's what light has always wanted, to be seen. But somewhere along the way, it stopped being a guide and became a demand. This kind of light doesn't ask what we feel. It tells us what to feel. It sells us moments and memories before we've had the chance to live them. We scroll through lives brighter than ours, faces filtered through impossible suns. Each glow a little promise. You could be more. You could shine like this. And we believe it, because it's beautiful, because it's everywhere, because it feels like truth. But beauty has become heavy. It's the weight we carry behind our eyes, the ache that never fully fades when the screen goes dark. We've learned how to hold light, but not how to let it go. Some nights, when the world finally falls quiet, the silence feels strange. Like something's missing. As if we've forgotten how to just exist without being illuminated. There's a strange comfort in the glow, a safety that feels like home. But it's a home made of reflections. You can see yourself, but you can't touch what you see. We used to gather around a fire to tell stories. Now we gather around algorithms. And somehow, the fire still burns, it just burns us differently. Sometimes I wonder if we mistake visibility for meaning. If we think being seen is the same as being known. But being known has weight too, the kind of weight that light can't hold. The glow doesn't know your name. It knows your pattern. It doesn't ask who are you. It asks what will you click next. It's not evil, just endless. And in that endlessness, we disappear a little. It's hearing your intuition whisper, and trusting that whisper more than the chorus outside. It's remembering that not all illumination is enlightenment. That some lights blind more than they reveal. There's a quiet rebellion in looking away. In choosing to dim the glow and listen to the dark. Because the dark still knows things the light has forgotten, like patience, and stillness, and the sound of your own breath. Maybe that's why we fear it. Because darkness has no audience. No feedback. No heart icon to tell us we exist. But the truth is, you don't need to shine all the time to be alive. You don't need to prove your glow to anyone. Even the moon takes nights off. We've mistaken constant exposure for connection. But connection was never meant to be constant. It was meant to be felt. In presence, in silence, in the soft space between words. When was the last time you let the night fully arrive? No screens, no hum, no glow, just you and the sound of nothing. At first, it feels like absence. Then, slowly, it becomes peace. You realize how long it's been since you've heard your own mind without interruption. How long since you've let your thoughts settle instead of scroll. The world doesn't reward that kind of pause. But it's the only way to remember what's real. Light has always been a symbol for truth, for God, for wisdom, for life itself. But now it's become a performance. We chase it endlessly, forgetting that it's meant to reveal, not replace, the world. What if the light was never the problem? What if it's the weight we've given it, the need to be seen, the fear of missing out, the hunger to matter in a digital sky, crowded with stars? We keep adding brightness hoping it will make us whole. But sometimes, it only deepens the shadows beneath our eyes. There's beauty in remembering the balance. The candle and the dark room. The screen and the soul behind it. We were not meant to glow without rest. We were meant to pulse, to fade, to return, to breathe between the flashes. Maybe that's what being human really is. Not eternal light, but the rhythm between it and the dark. Because the darkness is not empty. It's where light is born. And maybe the world has not forgotten how to dream, only how to dim. Maybe the reason we can't stop looking at our screens is because they remind us of something ancient. A campfire we can carry in our hands. A place where stories flicker and warmth lives inside the glow. But not every fire was meant to burn forever. When flame becomes endless, it stops being sacred. It starts consuming everything in its reach. Our time, our attention, even the quiet spaces that once belonged to us. We used to light candles to remember. Now we light them to forget. There's a strange sadness in that. To be surrounded by brilliance, yet feel unseen. To exist in a world that shines so loudly that we've lost the courage to be dim. Maybe that's why we document everything. To prove we were here. To hold on to the moment before it fades into the feed. But memory was never meant to be permanent. It was meant to be precious. We've built entire identities from light. Profiles, avatars, reflections of reflections. And then we wonder why we feel transparent. Sometimes I think we've mistaken exposure for intimacy. The world knows our faces, our opinions, our angles. But does it know our silence? Does it know what breaks us quietly? What heals us slowly? What we dream about when no one's watching? We live in a century where light has become language. We talk in screens, we love in pixels. We pray through the blue glow before bed. And maybe that's okay. Maybe it's just evolution. But the soul has not evolved at the same speed as the signal. It still needs time. It still craves real warmth. The kind that flickers, the kind that breathes. The kind that isn't always on. You can't hold the sunrise in your hand. You can only feel it on your face. And that's what we keep forgetting. That light is something to be felt, not just seen. There's a different kind of light waiting in the ordinary. In the way morning spills through curtains. In the way a friend's voice softens when they say your name. In the golden quiet of someone who truly listens. That's the light that doesn't ask to be posted. It just exists, enough, unmeasured, true. The more we chase the artificial, the more we overlook the natural. The soft lamp of dusk. The gentle pulse of fireflies. The stars reminding us that even in the vast dark, we are not alone. It's easy to forget that the sun rises without permission. That its light does not compete. It doesn't ask for attention, it just is. And that's a lesson the human heart keeps trying to remember. You are not a bulb to be switched on for the world. You are a sunrise. You rise slowly, in your own time. Bringing light only when it's meant to come. Every time you pause. Every time you choose to step out of the glow and into yourself. You take back a little of what the endless light has borrowed. The light outside can't save you. But the one within can. That one burns quieter. It doesn't need validation. It needs space. And stillness. It's the glow you feel when you forgive someone. When you breathe deeply and realize the storm has passed. When you sit in darkness and feel peace instead of fear. That light doesn't fade when the screen turns off. It deepens. Maybe the real question isn't how bright can I shine? Maybe it's how gently can I glow? Because gentle light doesn't blind. It reveals. It lets you see others clearly. It lets them see you, without distortion. And when that happens, something sacred returns. The understanding that light and love were never separate. It's hearing your intuition whisper. And realizing that the voice you've been searching for in the noise was always your own. You are not a reflection of someone else's brightness. You are the source of your own. You are the candle, the match, and the spark. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is turn off the light. To sit in the quiet and let your eyes adjust. To remember what unfiltered life feels like. Because even in the dark, beauty still breathes. You just have to slow down enough to see it. There will always be new suns rising on new screens. New promises of meaning. New flashes of attention. But none of them will replace the moment you truly see yourself. Not as a feed, not as a brand. But as a human being trying to stay warm in a world that never stops glowing. The light outside may never rest. But you can. And when you do, you'll notice something. The darkness isn't absence. It's balance. It's where color begins. Where thoughts form. Where truth grows roots again. You'll find that the world feels lighter when you stop trying to hold all its light. That your worth is not measured by your visibility, but by your ability to feel, deeply, quietly, honestly. And when you finally open your eyes to the first real dawn, not the digital one, but the one that smells like earth and wind, you'll realize something simple and profound. You were never meant to outshine the world. You were meant to belong to it. To glow softly within it. To add warmth, not glare. To see, and be seen, truly. That's the secret the old fires knew. That's the truth beneath all this brightness. The light was never meant to be heavy. It was always meant to be shared.